Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Ringler Science. Hey! Coming to you from the basement of science. Today we're talking about density. It's a way of measuring matter. Density will tell us why some things float and some things sink. My student recently asked me,
Mr. Ringler, why is it that when I swim in the ocean, I float, but when I swim in a swimming pool, I sink?
it's because in a swimming pool you're more dense than the water, but in the ocean, the salt water is more dense than you.
My mother, she said that I'm really dense. Does that have something to do with it?
No, that has nothing to do with it. That's a different kind of dense. Many of you guys know that hot air rises, but why? Today we're going to find out why. The first thing you have to understand density is that molecules pick up speed when you heat them. Now, I showed you a demonstration in my Molecules in Motion video where food coloring blended in to hot water much more quickly than it did to cool water, showing that the molecules were picking up speed. Second thing you have to understand is that after the molecules pick up speed, they spread out. This next demo will help prove that the molecules spread out. I have some hot H2O, that's water. I have some cool H2O, and I have some dish soap, and then I have this bottle. It seems empty, but it's not empty. It's full of air molecules. Now we're going to see what happens to those air molecules when we heat them up. So I'm going to take the bottle and I'm going to dip it in the soapy water, get a little film on top, and then I'm going to put it into the hot water and we'll see what happens to the molecules when they start heating up. They should start speeding up and spreading out. It's working. Now let's cool them off. They should slow down and start coming together. Really good. Let's heat them up again. This is one you can do at home real easily. All right, I have here a diagram of molecules, cool molecules. They're moving slowly, they're tightly packed together, they're densely packed together. And then if we heat those molecules up, they start moving faster, right? They're moving faster and they spread out. This is less dense. These hot molecules are less dense and they would float up. These molecules are more dense and they would sink down. I like to describe to my students how they are a little bit like molecules. I tell them the story. One time I went to a school dance when I was teaching middle school, and the kids were out on the dance floor and they were all moving kind of slowly, and I went out onto the dance floor with them.
And I started moving, and I was moving fast.
And the students behaved just like molecules in that they spread back and out. The dance floor became less densely packed in a hurry. I don't go to dances anymore. So I have one final demonstration that I think ties it all together really well. You're going to see how the molecules are heated, they spread out, and the air becomes less dense and starts to float up. I have here it's called a Chinese lantern, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this on fire, and then we're going to see what happens. We're going to see how the matter behaves. You guys, maybe you could start right now by making a prediction. What do you think is going to happen when I light this pellet on fire and I hold this like this? What's going to happen to the matter inside this lantern? All right, step one, I'm going to light this fuel thing on fire. Try not to burn the bag. Try not to burn the lantern. All right, so the air is heating up, and the matter, the molecules inside, they're starting to react with the other molecules. Okay, well, it's starting to fill up. You can see, take a little while longer, starting to get lighter. All right, guys, well, so the molecules have been heated, and now, whoa, all right, Haley, wait, let go of this, whoa. And so why is it doing that? So I get that hot air rises, but why?
The bag is burning.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
How much? Come on, Haley, walk, walk.
Whoa. It's high up there. What if little ants are up in there?
Oh, the bag is burning.
All right, guys, so let's debrief. Density in 3 steps. 1, heated molecules move faster. 2, fast molecules spread out. And finally, spread out molecules are less dense, which rise up like my hot air balloon. Those are the basics of density. In a future episode, I'll teach you how to calculate an object's density by finding its mass, its volume, and doing the math. That's another episode of Ringler Science. Thanks for coming.